General Mills, makers of Wheaties, Breakfast of Champions, and Cheerios, the oat cereal ready to eat, presents The Silver Eagle. A cry of the wild, a trail of danger, a scarlet rider of the Northwest Mounted serving justice with the swiftness of an arrow. The Silver Eagle. Untamed North, frontier of adventure and peril, the lone, mysterious North, where one man dedicated to the motto of the Canadian Northwest Mounted Police faces danger and death to bring in the lawless and maintain the right, the most famous Mountie of them all, the Silver Eagle. The transcribed record and events dealing with our Silver Eagle case after this message.
Champions are made, not born. If anyone knows that's true, it's Wheaties champion Bob Lemon, outstanding pitcher for the Cleveland Indians. Here's his story. Bob played infield at Wilson High. That's where he got his batting eye. He worked instead of merely wishing. To be a champ was Bob's ambition. He chose Wheaties for top condition. A pitcher now, Bob's made his mark. He still relies on Wheaties Spark. Because Bob Lemon, a steady Wheaties eater for 19 years, knows Wheaties gives him this important energy bonus. There's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties plate. Burn it in, Bob. Keep 'em swinging. Hey, hey, hey! He's on his way, on his way, he's on his way, on his way. Get on your way with Wheaties. 'Cause champions are made, not born.
Yes, sir.
Get on your way.
Get on your way.
Get on your way with Wheaties, Breakfast of Champions.
And now our Silver Eagle adventure, Decoy for Death. John Perky was a town banker in a small community in western Canada. To his employees at the bank, he was a strict master whose word was absolute law. But at home, the real head of the house was his sharp-tongued wife, Abigail. One evening, as he returned home from the bank.
That you, John?
Yes, my dear. Is dinner ready?
It soon will be. Just sit down and wait.
Yes, my dear.
Anything important happened today?
No. No. Bank running smoothly as usual. There's a Mountie in town passing through on patrol, one they call the Silver Eagle.
Sergeant West?
That's right. He's traveling with that big French-Canadian friend of his, Joe Bedeau.
I hope you told him about Sam Bogart.
Why, no, I didn't think to mention that.
You didn't mention it. Even though he may have killed that woman?
No, Abigail, we don't know that anything's wrong.
No, and we never will unless the police do something. Where is he? The sergeant, I mean.
Well, last I saw, he and his friend were having supper at the Maple Leaf Cafe.
Then you march right back downtown and tell him the whole business.
No, Abigail, there's no call for us poking our nose into something that don't concern us.
If murder doesn't concern us, I'd like to know what does. We could all be murdered in our beds, and you wouldn't do a thing about it.
Well, how could I if I were murdered?
John Perky, the truth is you haven't got enough backbone. Well, if you won't do anything, I will. I'm going to the Maple Leaf Cafe and talk to the sergeant right now.
Because that'd be a pretty good dealer. Those last two steaks just hit the spot. I'd sure like to eat.
You've got an appetite like a hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus?
A hippopotamus. He has a jaw that long.
Son of a gumdrop. How he get his shirt on?
Sergeant West!
Parbleu, here come Banker's wife. She got sure like hippo, what you call it.
I was hoping I'd find you here.
Good evening, Mrs. Perky.
You may not think so when you hear what I have to tell you.
By the way, this is my friend, Joe Bedeau.
Bonsoir, madame.
We've met before. He sat on my hat at the church benefit.
Sorry about that.
What's wrong, Mrs. Perky?
That's what I'm counting on you to find out.
I don't understand you.
Do you know Sam Bogart?
Yes, at least I know who he is. He has a little sheep ranch near town, doesn't he?
That's right. I have a suspicion that he's guilty of murder.
Murder? You'd better explain that.
Well, about 2 months ago, he brought a woman out to his ranch.
Who was she?
And he claims she was his sister. Said she came out from the east to stay with him. That may or may not have been the truth, but anyhow, that woman has disappeared.
How do you know?
Because I haven't seen hide or hair ever since, that's why.
Perhaps she doesn't care to come into town.
I've gone out there 3 times to pay her a sociable visit. Every time, Sam Bogart's turned me away. Said she wasn't feeling well. Wouldn't even let me in the house.
I see.
And there's something else. Now, Sam Bogart doesn't make $500 in a whole year. But right after she came, my husband told me that Sam deposited $5,000 in the bank.
Son of my farm, that'd be a lot of money.
You bet it's a lot of money. And if you ask me, he got it from that poor woman. She was probably one of them mail-order brides you read about. He lured her out here just to get his hands on that money, and then he killed her.
That's a mighty serious charge, Mrs. Perky.
Your duty is plain, Sergeant.
What are we going to do, mon ami?
I guess we better ride out there and investigate.
Oh, my little one. You suppose something really do happen to woman, mon ami?
No telling. We'll see what Bogart has to say.
Yes? Oh, it's you, Sergeant.
Evening, Sam.
Bonsoir, my friend.
Howdy, Joe.
May we step inside?
Sure. Come in. What can I do for you?
I understand your sister's staying here with you.
Why, yeah. That is, she was staying here.
Where is she now?
She left just a few days ago. Went back east.
Oh? Where'd she go?
Toronto.
Can you give me her address there?
Her address? Oh, say, now, look, Sergeant, what's this all about? Why all the questions?
Your sister wasn't seen after she came here, Sam. Frankly, let her out of suspicion. I just want to make sure nothing happened to her.
So that's it. I suppose that old windbag Abigail Perky put you up to this.
You still haven't answered my question.
Well, what do you want to know?
Her address in Toronto.
I don't know her address.
Sacre bleu, she be your own sister, my friend.
She don't have a home of her own. She boards in a hotel.
Don't you know which one?
No, I don't.
Do you mind if I search your house?
You're doggone right I mind.
Why, if you got nothing to hide?
Because I don't like the idea, that's why. I'm not going to let a redcoat poke around my house just to satisfy some nosy old woman.
I can understand how you feel, but don't you realize you're only making things look more suspicious? Why not submit to
Have
it?
you got a search warrant?
I can get one.
Well, you haven't got one yet. So you better clear out.
Son of a gun, you talk kind of tough, my friend. Maybe sure,
Never mind, Joe. He's within his rights. Come along.
Oui, mon ami.
Man's home is his castle, Sergeant. Just remember that.
Some castle. What we do now, Chief?
Only one thing I can do. Go to the Justice of the Peace and get a search warrant. You stay here and keep a watch on the house. Ride with me as far as that line of trees and wait there.
What if he try leave before you come back?
If he does, we'll know something's wrong. Don't try to stop him, but follow him.
Okie dokie.
Let's mount. Steady, Battle. Sam Bogart had pulled aside one of the window shades slightly and was staring out into the moonlit darkness. He stood there for a few moments, watching as the Mountie and the big French Canuck rode off. Then he turned and went to a back room of the house.
Well, we're in trouble, Dubois.
What do you mean? Who was it?
A Mountie.
A Mountie?
Yeah, the one they call the Silver Eagle.
That is bad. What did he want?
The banker's wife, that old busybody I told you about, must have gone to him and told him my sister disappeared. So now he comes around looking for her.
Oh. What did you tell him?
What could I tell him? I said she'd left, went back east. Now he's gone for a search warrant.
But if he searches here...
Yeah, if he finds out the truth, you know what that'll mean. Once that man gets on a trail, he never quits. Not till you're swinging at the end of a rope.
You're in this deep, Bogart. You're an accessory to murder.
Never mind all that. I know what I'm up against. What we gotta do is start thinking fast.
Joe Badeau was waiting in the grove of trees when the Silver Eagle returned with a search warrant.
Oh, so, Battle. You'll get the search warrant, mon ami?
Yes, right here in my pocket. Signed by the Justice of the Peace.
I think you don't gonna need that after all.
Why?
Our friend, Monsieur Bogart, he copped the flee. I mean, he flee the coop.
When?
Well, just a little while after you leave. He go out back way to the stable and hitch up buckboard. And that don't be all.
What do you mean?
Before he drive away, he go back in the ranch house. And when he come out, he carry a big, long bundle.
Big long bundle. You mean?
Hey, just about big enough for human body.
Which way did he go?
He take trail away from town. Head south.
Let's go after him. Come on, Battle.
Up, my little one.
Instead of following the trail, the Mountie and Joe took a shortcut through the hills, hoping to overtake the fugitive. As they urged their horses down a steep grade, they could make out a buckboard and team rattling along the trail below.
There he goes, mon ami. I'll fire a shot so he'll know we want him to stop.
The driver of the buckboard didn't stop, but the Mountie and Joe soon overtook him.
Stop your team, Bogart.
Is that you, Sergeant?
Didn't you hear my signal?
I heard the shots, if that's what you mean. Well, I thought I was being attacked by road agents.
Mind telling me where you're going?
I figured I'd take a trip down to Medicine.
This be crazy time of night to take trip, my friend.
What are you carrying in your wagon?
A bedroll and some clothes.
I'll see for myself.
Now, hold on, Sergeant. You got no right to go poking in my personal belongings.
I have a search warrant this time, Bogart. That'll cover a search of your wagon as well as your ranch house. Keep them covered, Joe.
Oui, mon ami.
I'll see what's wrapped up in this long bundle. Back to our thrilling Silver Eagle adventure in just a few seconds. But first, listen to this.
This is Mel Allen, sports announcer. Maybe you're interested in what big league scouts look for in young players. Take the case of Harvey Keene of Detroit, voted Rookie of the Year in 1953. Harvey could hit, sure, but more than that, the scouts noticed he soaked up instruction, practiced hard, followed a good training diet, including Wheaties. Now, I happen to know Harvey's been eating Wheaties 17 years now, since he was 6. Scouts tell me too many boys dream of waking up and finding themselves champions. What they don't realize is champions are made, not born. That's a fact. Champions are made, not born. Now, I've seen average players make themselves into champions, but it calls for hair-trigger condition. For that kind of condition, choose food that sparks you with energy. Champions choose Wheaties. There must be a reason, and this is it. There's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties plate. If you want to get on your way to the top, keep in mind champions are made, not born. Get on your way with Wheaties, breakfast of champions.